Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. You can also find a way to take it to the stupid and not hold your horses. Look, Shakur Stevenson, I understand how he believes he's the best boxer on the planet. He should feel that way. All young men should feel that they're the baddest, most handsome. They should just feel like when it comes to anyone else, there's no comparison. I understand that mentality. I had that once, and I still, to a certain extent, have that about myself, right? But that's where you need somebody sometimes to kind of, check you. Put things in perspective. Frame things properly for you. And I'm here to do that for Shakur Stevenson. He's delusional. He's out here turning to a seagull, squawking about, talking about for the right money, how he would fight Conor Benn at 154 pounds and beat Conor Benn. Let me tell you this. I understand Shakir spars with Bud. I understand he spars with big guys. I understand he's a sharpshooter. I get it. Shakur Stevenson is a bad boy. He is. At 135 pounds. Y'all trying to tell me, right? You got a beast like Conor Benn that's going to come out you, that's going to throw between 33 and 78 punches around at you, not get tired, outweigh you by 20 pounds, has speed, has power, has explosiveness, and obviously has a damn good chin. Because Eubank Jr., if you look at these punch stats, Eubank Jr. was bigger. He was weight drained, so we got to be real about that. But I'd say he may have been, just as strong as Conor Benn, if not stronger. Had to reach on Conor Benn, and Eubank Jr. had to go into overtime to keep Conor Benn off of him. If you look at what Eubank Jr. did, 48 punches the first round, then 59, then 43, then 49, then 53, then 62, then 77, then 99, 87, 104, 109, 122 punches thrown. That's what Eubank Jr. had to throw to keep Conor the Destroyer Benn off of him. And he still didn't really keep him off of him. So what makes Shakur Stevenson think that he can do less than Eubank Jr., be smaller than Eubank Jr., and defeat Conor Benn? Let me tell you something. Conor Benn is a machine. Now, I don't want to hear no more talk about Conor Benn and him being a cheat. I've done enough videos on that. I've made jokes about it, everything. But I already told you, whatever happened with Conor Benn in the past, that's just the past now. Conor Benn earned my respect and earned the respect of much of the boxing community. There's only one bozo out here in boxing who continues to make himself look like a jackass. That's Ryan Garcia. Okay? So Ryan Garcia is still on limits as far as being humiliated and addressing all of the things that he's done and how he's ended up in the position he's in, his current predicament of boxing. Ryan Garcia, that's what you call self-incurred misery. Conor Benn, he has some self-incurred misery himself, but he undid a lot of that with the way he performed on it with clean test results against Eubank Jr. Okay, but there's no way in the world 135-pound Shakur Stevenson. I don't like to lose. His lips and shit, like these. He gonna come out here now and beat Conor Benn? Let me tell you something. He was hauling ass from Edwin De Los Santos. So what's this thing? Are you gonna gain 20 pounds now? Let me tell y'all something. When you become heavier, this is science, people. This ain't Hood Champion's opinion. This is science. The heavier an object, the slower it travels. Now, it doesn't mean Shakur Stevenson going to be out here punching like Jose Ramirez against Devin Haney. But he's not going to be as fast. His reaction time is not going to be as fast. Everything gets slowed down. And what he's going to need against Conor Benn is all that speed and all that reaction time and all those reflexes that he has right now. Of course, he's got the IQ and great anticipation and everything else, but he's not bigger than Conor Benn. His arms, I don't think, I haven't looked it up, but I don't believe his arms are much longer. That would just be a suicide mission. Shakur Stevenson might as well strap a bomb across his chest or across his weird mouth and detonate that shit. Because his mouth is going to get him write him a check his ass can't cash. Stay down there at 135 and do the business. Come on here talking about I spar with so-and-so and I spar with so-and-so. Yo, my man, last time I heard sparring. Right? Last thing I heard, sparring. So what are we doing sitting here? Want to talk about the way sparring's gone with him and other fighters. Look, you telling me Shakur Stevenson talking about I spar Crawford. You telling me Crawford and Shakur Stevenson, that's an evenly matched sparring session? Is that what y'all want me to believe? Because if you listen to Shakur Stevenson, he'll have you believing that bullshit. Shakir sparred, I believe he sparred, what's his name? Andre Ward. Even this Andre Ward. You want to make me believe that Andre Ward and Shakir was an even sparring session? Even Sean Porter right now. Retired Sean Porter. You want me to believe that if they were really going at Shakur Stevenson, that sparring session would be even? You don't want me to believe that when they go in there, it's more to work and try to make sure that everybody's getting better? But if it was straight up, no sparring, this is a fight. You guys really want to try to convince me, or you want Shakur Stevenson want to try to convince us that he could whoop Andre Ward, he could whoop Terrence Crawford, he could whoop Sean Porter, a retired Sean Porter? Hey, yo, hold your horses. Let's not take it beyond the stupid. Shakur Stevenson better get in there and right that wrong with De Los Santos. He better focus on Zepeda and quit talking about Conor the Destroyer Benn. Conor Benn would tranquilize that dude. That Shakir wouldn't last one round with Conor Benn. One round. The way Conor Benn, man, them goddamn leaping left hooks and that fast right hand, man, and that engine he has, he's on you, applying that pressure. Shakur Stevenson think his chicken pecking style, his coochie cooing style, his tickling style is going to somehow discourage Conor Benn? Tell you what. What's up, little man? Okay, I'm coming right now. All right. This is my 7-year-old. He be bossing me around and shit. Dad, I got to do my test. So I'm going to go help him. But yeah, hold your horse and stop taking it to the stupid. I do want to see Shakur Stevenson, how I'll put it to you this way. I still think Conor Benn tranquilized him. I don't think Shakir stands a chance with anybody at 154. Nobody. Matter of fact, I think Red Catch will beat Shakur Stevenson. Well, Red Catch, he's down there at 135. I'll take that back. I was thinking not Red Catch. 147. Kavaliauskas. Adijas Kavaliauskas will kill him. 147 pounder. Could fight at 154. Shakir better be careful. Santillan would whip his ass. You better fucking start respecting people, man. And don't get me wrong, Shakir is a bad boy. He's taking it to the stupid. He's taking it to the stupid. This is where he's earning the medal of cuckolholism. This is cuckolhole business, man. And any of y'all buying into that shit is a bunch of goddamn bandwagonists. Y'all know he not beat no damn Conor Benn. Look, just look at this. Look at this. This is what Shakur Stevenson gonna have to worry about right here. This is where he better figure it out. He gonna have to worry about Zepeda doing to him what Eubank Jr. had to do to Benn to keep him off of him. Zepeda is going to throw probably more than 1,000 punches the whole fight. He's going to throw, I don't know if he'll throw 350 jabs, but as far as power punches, Zepeda will probably throw over 562 power punches. That's what Eubank Jr. threw. And Benn, he tried, boy, and he had moments. But he just, down the stretch, Eubank Jr.'s experience came through. And his size, I think the size played into it a little bit. But if you look at Benn, his total punches, almost 600. Jabs, 137. Then you look at his power punches, about 500, landed 180 of them. Just those numbers alone, just from Benn alone. If he fights Shakur Stevenson, those numbers will probably be, even if it stays the same, the percentage landed is going to be higher. And if he decides to throw more, Shakir gets knocked out. Shakir can't beat Conor Benn. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. You know what I mean? I am gonna talk in absolutes. He can't do it. A hood champion. That's a hood champion fact. I always say people are entitled to their own opinions, not their own facts. That's my fact. He ain't beat no damn Conor Benn. Goddamn annoying, man. You gonna they allow this man to come out here and start talking this bullshit. And look, I'm not a bandwagonist. I'm not just out here because how Conor Benn performed against Eubank Jr. No. That's not why. I mean, you just gaining 20 pounds and look at how Shakir fought, how he fights. The guy was he electrician or whatever, plumber, whatever the hell he was, got picked up on short notice to come fight in Saudi. He was putting the beans on Shakur Stevenson. Yes, Shakir ended up getting him, but the guy, he wasn't in no fighting shape. He was in shape, but not fighting shape. And then he got called to fight Stevenson, one of the best fighters in the world. And he was still touching Shakir. So y'all want me to believe if Shakir and Conor are fighting and Shakir has to put on 20 pounds and Conor is preparing for him, he knows who he's fighting, that Shakir is going to somehow get in there and beat Conor Benn? And y'all must be crazy. And I get it. Shakir didn't train for the electrician or the plumber, whatever he was. I get it. So that's always different when you train for a different style and you get someone in the ring you don't know much about and you're adjusting on the fly. But what I will tell you this, the only adjustments that need to be made right now is adjustments to the warped mind of Shakur Stevenson. There's something called self-belief and the self-delusion, and then there's taking it beyond the stupid. Shakur Stevenson is suffering from self-delusion, which has resulted in taking it beyond the stupid. He's succumbing to his own hype. He's not the best boxer, and he sure as hell ain't the best defensive fighter. That is pure nonsense. He ain't the best defensive fighter. Get the hell out of here. Fucking best defensive fighter. You know what defense is? You know what defense is? Go watch Floyd Mayweather. Watch him fight Genaro Hernandez. Watch Floyd Mayweather stand in the center of the ring with this lion that's firing hard shots and combinations at him. And watch Floyd just pink, 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 counter, 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 pink, pink, counter, counter, counter. You watch that shit. That's defense. Not that shit Shakir and Devin Haney does. That's called running. That ain't no fucking defense. Get out of here. Who else have I seen stand in the pocket and just, I don't want to talk about like the James Tonys and those. I'm talking about somebody today who just stands there and just pink, pink, and pick off all your shots and counter and make you pay. You know who else used to be able to do that? Was Adrian Broner. I gotta come and look at names now because that shit pissed me off that they got him thinking he's the best defender. He know the hell out of here with that shit. Farmer gets hit too much. Keyshawn Davis is pretty good. Let me look and see. Lamont Roach did his defense is on point. His defense is slept on. He did very good against Gervonta. He wasn't getting hit with much of anything. Shakir Foster was the one when he fought that tall guy, man. See if I can find his name on here. Vargas, when he fought Ray Vargas. Shakir Foster was the other one. His defense is crazy. He was standing in the pocket and just catch, bing, 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 countering. That shit was beautiful, beautiful. I'll stop right there. But anyway, Shakur Stevenson is great. He has great defense. He's a very smart fighter. But he doesn't have what it takes to go up 20 pounds and beat nobody. No one. Y'all keep cool. Shakir thinks he's Michael Jackson bad. He's just taking it to the damn stupid. In the breeze.